The first signs of an armed rebellion in Russia. Soldiers and tanks on the streets of Rostov-on-Don. The scene of a rapidly escalating conflict between the military and Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin. The private military chief threatening to march on the capital unless Russia's top brass meets his demands.
We want to receive the Chief of the General Staff and Defence Minister Shoigu. Unless they come here, we'll blockade the city of Rostov and head for Moscow.
Russian President Vladimir Putin confronted the biggest challenge to his leadership in a televised address, labelling the mutineers terrorists and vowing harsh punishment.
What we are facing now is treason. Personal ambitions have led to treachery and a betrayal of our own people.
For months, Yevgeny Prigozhin has attacked the military over its disastrous leadership of the war in Ukraine. Thousands of his fighters have died there, and he now claims a Russian airstrike has killed many more.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back for Prigozhin, so he's now decided to launch an insurrection against the Russian military leadership. And if that gathers pace, then you could see that insurrection turn into a civil war.
In a series of angry messages posted to social media, the Wagner chief denounced the war in Ukraine as a conflict based on lies.
The war was needed not in order to return the Russian citizens to our bosom, to demilitarise and denazify Ukraine. The war was necessary for a bunch of bastards to triumph and promote themselves.
Wagner claims to have now seized control in at least 2 cities. Rostov-on-Don, a key military hub in the country's south, and Voronezh, around 500 kilometres from Moscow, where Wagner troops claim to have shot down a military helicopter. Senior Russian officers are urging Wagner forces to back down.
It's a stab in the back to the country and the president. Only the president has the right to appoint the leadership of armed forces, and you are trying to encroach on his power. It's a coup d'etat.
I urge you to stop. We mustn't play into the enemy's hands during this difficult moment for the country.
State security services have charged Yevgeny Prigozhin and called for his arrest. They're locking down parts of Moscow in what's being called a counter-terrorism operation. Experts believe the instability will play into Kyiv's hands.
No one knows the Russian army better than the Ukrainians. So they will see this as an opportunity. They will undoubtedly seek to exploit this on the battlefield.
Moscow on edge in the face of an unprecedented threat. Steve Kinane, ABC News.